It's time for Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Mount Union football on your radio and live on AM 1310 WDPN's Facebook and X pages, as well as streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. The 13-time Division III national champions are locked in and ready for battle. So let's head to the stadium and join our play-by-play team of Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere for all the action. This is Mount Union football, and it starts right now on AM 1310 WDPN.
And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the University of Mount Union Caras Stadium on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. Today, OAC College Football Division III style, our Mount Union Purple Raiders, ranked number 2 in the country, will take on the Muskies of Muskingum. Mount Union comes in 9-0 overall, 7-0 in the OAC. The Muskies are 4-5, and they are 4-3 in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Hi again, everybody. I'm Sam Berkwin. I will be joined soon by my color commentator, Ryan Bevere, as we come to you from an overcast Caras Stadium today. But the temperatures are in the 60s, and yes, we do have a biting wind once again today, blowing across the field left to right toward the big scoreboard here at Caras Stadium. Mount Union won their 36th overall and 9th consecutive OAC championship after a 30-19 win at Marietta last Saturday. The Purple Raiders, winners of 83 regular season games in a row, received the automatic bid to the NCAA playoffs. Its 36th playoff appearance, the most in NCAA Division III history. Purple Raiders have won 36 games in a row over the Muskies, with their last loss coming on November the 3rd, 1984. I was in 8th grade. Mount's 74-7 win over the Muskies at home in the 2023 season was the largest margin of victory ever in the series. Mount leads the all-time series 48-29-2. A win today will capture the 34th undefeated regular season in program history and Mount Union's 9th consecutive. Jeff Dart, 65-4 for the Purple Raiders. That's a nice little win percentage of .942. 47-0 in the OAC. He is in his 6th season already as the head coach of the Purple Raiders. Meanwhile, Matt Nardo, 13-26 overall, 4-3 in the OAC. He is in his first year as head coach of Muskingum. Kind of back where his coaching year began after 3 years as the Bluffton head coach. Nardo led the Beavers to their best Heartland College Athletic Conference finish in 8 years. His offensive line set a school mark for fewest sacks allowed, and his offense achieved touchdown passes in a game. So it's 4-3 Muskingum, 9-0 Mount Union, as the captains will meet here at the 50-yard line. Mount Union today going to go with the purple jerseys, black pants, purple helmets, white numbers and letters with the purple and black trim. Purple helmets with the script Raiders on each side. The Muskies in the white jerseys today, red pants, red numbers and letters with the red and black trim, black helmets with the red stripe down the middle, and the Muskies on each side written in script. Game time temperature right now, it's 62 degrees, but again, a pretty strong wind blowing left to right toward the scoreboard here at Caras Stadium. 9-0 Mount Union and 4-5 Muskingum. Now, 5 o'clock tomorrow is the NCAA Division III selection show, and that's when we will find out the brackets and the matchups for the playoffs coming up here in 2025. And if everything holds true, as it is right now, with Mount picking up a win here today, hopefully, they will assuredly get a first-round bye. And then we'll see where the wind takes us after that as we welcome Ryan Bevere into the broadcast. And we're in the 60s, but boy, the wind started picking up down there, didn't it?
Yeah, so every Saturday I feel like we say we have the same weather. It's always sunny and beautiful. It's not so much sunny and beautiful down there. It's kind of chilly. It's windy. But you know what? We talked about this. The Purple Raiders need to play a game in conditions like this. They can't just go into the playoffs with only seeing sunshine and rainbows.
Well, I don't think we're going to see the sun today. The lights were on when I got here a long time ago this morning. And that's probably what we're going to have the rest of the day. Maurich with the kickoff. It's high into that wind. It'll be returned from the 12-yard line, and tripping and falling at the 17-yard line was the kick returner. And that was just straight up turf monster right there. I mean, there was I don't know what else I can tell you. There wasn't even like a cut made to go left or right. It was just right up the field and down at the 18-yard line. And that's where the Muskies will go here, 1st and 10. Mount Union looking to close out another perfect 10-0 season. Pass to Westrick is out here in the flat, caught across the 26, out to the 27-yard line. Garrett Gurney, the quarterback, still here at Muskingum, 6-foot senior, 200 pounds, out of Seminole, Florida. Your running backs today will be Riley Woody. Grant Wright will be your H-back. First down, second down snap caught, 35, 38 to the 39-yard line. First down, Muskingum. Your wide receivers today, John Christopher Gore, Cade Searles, and David Westrick. Your specialist today, Aaron Ortega. He will handle the kicking and the punting duties. Muskie's in a big hurry now, in the flat caught, 45 to the 50. And that's another first down for the Muskingum Muskies. So another 1st and 10 as they are wasting no time getting up to the line of scrimmage and getting ready to go, as Garrett Gurney has been on fire early here today at Mount Union. Muskie's going to go trips right, slot left. Gurney in the gun. Westrick will go in motion. Gurney's going to get the snap and run it to the 50. He got to the Mount Union 48-yard line. And he'll pick up around 3 yards on the play, and we'll call it 2nd down and 7.
Muskie's not a big fan of the color commentator. They don't like
not
it.
Right. They're not a fan of the play-by-play guy either.
Yeah.
They can't even look down at your notes, and it's like, boom, they're ready to rock and roll. Gurney's going to go back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, lets it go deep. That's into double coverage, and it's knocked away. Great defensive play by Jerry Cooper, the junior for Mount Union out of Miami, Florida. They are taking advantage of the wind right now.
Yeah, they are. And you know what? We talk about this a lot. A lot of teams that play against Mount Union, they try to slow things down, control the time of possession. This team's 4-5. They've got nothing to lose. Let's just go play ball. That's what they're saying.
They got off the bus throwing today. Twins right, slot left. Gurney will give it to the tailback. 45, big hold of the 40 to the Mount Union 35 to the 34, and a first down. And they're up to the line, and they are ready to go again. Riley Woody, the ball carrier, picked up another Muskingum first down. Muskies try trips left, past the flat, caught 35, and Weston Arthur, late flag thrown in. This could be a face mask.
I think it might be.
This could be a face mask. The catch was made by John Christopher Gore out of Chicago, Illinois, and I think there's going to be a little grabbing of the cage over there.
Definitely went down awkwardly. Yep, there it is.
There it is. So face mask on the Purple Raiders. Well, not the start you want to get off to today. 13:09 to go in the opening quarter. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you. Can you believe it? It is the final regular season game of the year. Mount 9-0. 30-19 win last week against Marietta. Had a conversation on my show Thursday with Coach Jeff Dart, and he really, really felt good about the practice week this week and thought his guys would be ready to roll. There's a handoff over the left side, 15 to the 14 on progress, and down is Riley Woody out of Coshocton, Ohio. And let's see where they give Woody's forward progress. I believe they're going to say he was down at the Mount Union 15-yard line. Yes, 15-yard line. Cooper on the tackle for the Raiders. 2nd and 4 Muskies at the Mount 14-yard line. No score, first quarter of play here at Mount Union. Gurney's going to go back to throw it again. Throws it left side, caught. First down, Trasavulu on the tackle. But that's a catch by John Christopher Gore, and another first down for Muskingum, 1st and goal.
Gurney looks good. I remember him from not last season, from 2 seasons
I feel like he's been here. I think he's been with Muskingum for like 6 years. And he's looking like a seasoned veteran today. 1st and goal, Muskies. Handoff right up the middle to Woody, and he's going to be taken down. That was a nice tackle there by Parker Logan, number 15 for the Raiders. And let's see on progress. They're going to put that ball at the 8-yard line. So lost a couple of yards in the play. It'll be second and goal. Muskies at the Purple Raider 8. 11:38 to go in the opening quarter. Just getting cranked up here in the line, so no score. So that wind just whipping across the field. Gurney in the gun. You've got twins right. Westrick wide to the right. Play action. Gurney's going to roll to the left. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Raiders had him once. Let him get away. He's driving inside the 5, and he gets down to the Mount Union 3-yard line.
Somehow he was able to pick up yardage. They had him in the backfield. That should have been a sack. He slipped 2 defenders, got all the way down to the 3-yard line. He is a seasoned vet.
And he's a big dude. I mean, 6 feet, 200 pounds. Actually looks bigger than 6 foot, 200 pounds, but that's what we're going to go with. Westrick wide to the right, receiver left for the Muskies. Third and goal at the 3, right up the middle. Gurney to the 2, Gurney to the 1. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Muskingum. 10:48 to go in the first quarter, and the Muskies have drawn first blood at 6-0.
Not what you wanted to see. Week 10, you're going to get more than likely a bye week next week, which could help you, but it could also work against you. You really want to come out here and finish this game off, and you want to have a sound afternoon on the football field.
Ortega will attempt the extra point for Muskingum. Snap, spot, kick, plenty of leg, and with that wind behind it, he crushed that ball almost into the 8th running lane on the track surrounding the field here at Mount Union. So a timeout with 10:48 to go in the first quarter. It's Muskingum 7 and Mount Union nothing. We'll be back with more Purple Raider football right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
10:48 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Muskingum. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Bevere with you, 1310 WDPN.
It is windy. The ball's flying off the tee.
Yeah, going to have to go over and get Antoine Murphy to hold the ball now for Ortega. Aaron Ortega, the sophomore, out of El Paso, Texas. Pebble Hills High School. There's the approach kick with the wind at his back. That's going to go in the end zone. Yes. Oh, they're going to bring it out. 5, 10, Mason to the 15. Ashby breaks a tackle to the 20. Ashby to the 21-yard line. And that's where Mount Union will go 1st and 10. First offensive series of the afternoon for the Purple Raiders. And here comes Mikey. Mikey Maloney, your quarterback today. The redshirt freshman, 6'1", 195 pounds, out of Concord Township, Paynesville, Riverside. Darnell Williams will be your starting back today, but you will see a plethora of backs today for the Raiders. Wide Steele, your tight end. Cockrell, Grant Turner, your wide receivers. Furbier, Kennedy, Lavelle, Fortner, and Coffey across the line for Jeff Dart's Purple Raiders. 1st and 10, Mount at their 21-yard line, going right to left into the wind. Anderson in motion. Handoff to Darnell. 25, breaks a tackle to the 30 and skips out of bounds at around the 31-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down for Darnell Williams. And it is a first down for Mount Union. So first carry of the day for Darnell. He picks up 10 yards and a Mount Union first down. Darnell, 5'8", $180 out of Cleveland. John Adams. 1st and 10 Purple Raiders going into the wind here in the first quarter. Steele now at tight end. He checks in, goes wide to the right. Hand off to Darnell, 30. Slithers his way across to 35, and Williams gets to the 37-yard line before he is taken down. And the tackle by the Muskies by number 66, Lawrence Phillips, out of Michigan City, Indiana.
Good block by Wyatt Steele right there. He went in motion from the left to the right side. It picked up a nice block to allow 5 yards on the ground for Darnell.
Like to see Nick Turner get involved today. Dorian Grant had a fantastic game a week ago, 170 yards receiving. He'll go wide to the right. Inside handoff to Darnell. He will shake and bake across the 38 to the 39-yard line of Mount Union. That'll set up a third down at around 2 for the Raiders. 9:20 in the opening quarter. 7-0 Muskies on 1310 WDPN and Q92 Radiosports.com. Lights have been on since, well, at least 11 o'clock. Overcast skies today and a pretty strong breeze going toward the scoreboard here. Purple Raiders going to go out of the offset eye, double stack left. Here comes Mikey. First down, 40-45. He's to the 43 and a first down. Mikey Maloney can run it as well as he can throw it. 1st and 10 Raiders.
He'll get you with his legs. He didn't have the best game with his arm last week. He did throw 4 touchdowns, and I was saying not the best game, but he knows it. He owned it after the game, and he will do exactly that with his legs. Nice pick of a first down for Mikey Maloney.
Purple Raiders coming off that win against Marietta last week. 30-19 down on the river. Steele in motion left, back to the right. Mikey to throw. Here comes a corner blitz. Maloney fires it. Got it. Mary Grant inside the 30. Dorian down to the 27 to the first down. 17 yards from Maloney to Dorian Grant. 1st and 10 Raiders.
The former Muskie Grant transferred in after being with Muskingum last season. He had an incredible game last week, and I asked him, are you excited about going against your new team? He said, of course. Of course I'm excited.
What a find this was for Mount Union to get Dorian Grant on the Raiders. There goes Darnell Williams, right guard, right tackle, spins away at the 25 to the 24. He'll be taken down at the 24-yard line. On the stop for the Muskies, that was Noah Jarrett. I beg your pardon. That was Trenton Cottrell out of Crooksville, Ohio. They ought to outlaw double numbers. just throwing that out there. Even though you know who's who and what's what, but if you take that quick glance, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Turner in motion to the right, back to the left, play action. He's going to roll left as Mikey. Now he's going to tuck it and go. 25-20 inside the 19. And Maloney goes out of bounds. Very close to the 18-yard line. That might be enough for a first down, and it is. Mikey Maloney on the carry picks up a Mount Union first down.
Well, I'm not as seasoned as you, Sam, but I will say that I think Mikey Maloney's put together the best freshman season that I can remember as a Mount Union Purple Raider quarterback.
They've had some good ones here over the years. Braxton Plunk, Billy Borchert. They've got a little bit of a list. There comes Darnell inside the 20, 15 to the 12, maybe to the 11 for Darnell Williams before he is taken down. Looks like you got a hurt Muskie down there. You do, at the 10-yard line. So that'll stop things here at Mount Union. 6:30 to go in the opening quarter, 7-0 Muskies. And that injured Muskingum player looks like Lee Burkett out of West Liberty, Ohio, Troy Christian High School. So 7-0 Muskies. Clock back into motion now. Mount Union a 2nd and 4 at the Muskie 11-yard line as the Raiders go right to left into the wind here at Kara Stadium at Mount Union. Good crowd on hand today. The alumni band was back today. Still got some folks tailgating out there in the parking lot. Mikey Maloney, play action. Over the middle. Turner got hammered in the back of the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. Jaquez Marcellus, the junior defensive back, made a play for the Muskies. He wears number 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders.
2 guarding 2. Turner had to go up. It was a jump ball. It was right there. It wasn't a bad throw, but you're right. He got hit as he was going up for the ball, and it kind of altered him a little bit. Couldn't hang on.
3rd down and 4 at the 11-yard line. Mikey Maloney in the shotgun, gives it to Darnell, trying to burrow his way inside the 10. He got to about the 9, but that's all. So the Purple Raiders will definitely be short of the first down. Let's see what Coach Jeff comes up with here. Looks like 4th and a long one for the Raiders.
It was a great second effort. He was stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and the line helped him and it pushed him forward. So they got him right there. Definitely going to go for it.
They're going to go. Cockrell and Grant to the right. Anderson tight to the left end. Cockrell in motion. 4th and 1. Play action. Mikey's going to throw it. Cockrell caught it inside the 4 down to the 2. And Cockrell's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Boy, that was a quick play action and just a little dart pass, if you will. And
yeah,
Cockrell picked it up, and we got a first down.
You know what? I thought Cockrell even got in, and so does he. Watch this right on the replay.
Ooh,
he went
close.
Right over the pylon. I don't see how he could be out of bounds, but he's gonna be.
Let's see here, this angle. Ooh, close. Very close.
I think he's got a good case.
1st and goal, Raiders at the Muskie 1-yard line. Grant in a slot right. Cockrell wide to the right. Darnell in the backfield. Williams will get it, and he will skip right through the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. So Darnell Williams into the end zone for the first time today at 7-6 Muskies with 4:48 to go. Here in the first quarter.
You could have run that ball to Minerva. It was untouched right up the middle.
It was a heck of a job by the Mount Union offensive line, especially Furbier and Kennedy, the left tackle and left guard, making it happen. Maurich on for the extra point to tie the game. Good snap, good spot by Franklin. Kick is up and good. And with 4:48 to go, we'll keep it here in the first quarter. We are tied at 7. Mount Union and Muskingum all square here at Terrace Stadium. People, they're sending me text messages. Tell that person to quit pounding on the aluminum bleachers below you. Well, as much as I would like to, we can't because our windows don't open. We've got a crowd mic that we slither through a little window on top of another window, and that's about all the closer we are to the outdoors. So maybe I can only see who's the one banging down there.
My favorite memory. This is bringing me back to Byers Field. I was listening to you once call a Maslin versus Lake game.
You hear that?
And there was some banter going on.
Yes.
And you had to take care of it, and you took care of it live on the air. It was fantastic stuff.
I remember that night. There's the kickoff. That's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. The Muskies will take over 1st and 10. Yeah, we were at Byers that night doing Lake Maslin, and I'm not going to say which team was represented, but there was a group, and they were standing up by the press box, and they were probably about, 9 or 10 in that night. And the language, and look, I got as dirty a mouth as anybody, but the language, and it just kept coming over our broadcast. And finally, I had to lean out the window with my headset on and tell them what was going to happen if they didn't stop. Gurney throws it, slant, incomplete. Asavulu on the coverage for the Purple Raiders, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
I was in Canton listening on the radio, and I was nervous.
Well, not that I'm the most imposing figure, but they did stop after they were told. That was a brutally cold night that night. I remember Gurney throws a slant, caught. Boy, heavy traffic. So the pass was complete to Gore, but that was like a 1-yard completion there. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Muskies. 4:28 in the first quarter. We're tied at 7 here on 1310 WDPN. Sam Berkman and Ryan Bevere. Good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. Ryan Rainsberg running the show back in Smith Avenue. There's the 3rd down bell on a 3rd and 8 for the Muskies at their own 27. Gurney's got to go back to throw it again. Deep out, caught. Westrick's got it, 1st down. That's all the way out to the 39-yard line. It's a 12-yard pickup and a Muskie 1st down. Well, they've got some kids that can catch the ball. John Christopher Gore is second, averaging 86.1 yards receiving a game. Kate Searles is at 86.3. Muskie's got the top 2 receivers in the conference for most receiving yards. So they'll be chucking it today. There's a play action. Gurney's going to keep it. Broke a tackle. Broke another tackle. Keeps his balance and is able to squirm across the 45 to the 46 for a gain of 2.
Caleb Brown has to be frustrated. Last play, he made a hit on the quarterback, and somehow it was a completed catch for a first down. That play, he had him in the backfield, lost him, and somehow Gurney was able to get 2 yards. So Caleb Brown's got to be kicking himself right now.
Jeremy Smith is one of the receivers in the Twins formation, wide to the left. They've got 4 in the pattern. Purple Raiders, 3 down linemen, 3 backers. They're going 3-3-5. Gurney just throws that ball way out of bounds and incomplete. The heat was coming from Caleb Brown, who was looking for another sack. He's got 27 in his career with Mount Union, this Caleb Brown. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So he needs 1 sack, if I'm correct, to move into 10th all time.
Yep.
Well, he's really trying because that's 3 plays in a row that he's in the backfield with the quarterback.
Yeah, he's got 5 career sacks. If he gets another tackle for loss, he'll be in the top 10. There is Gurney reaching out to get away from Caleb Brown. He was able to get to the 48-yard line for a gain of 2. And that will set up a 4th down for the Muskies. Will they roll the dice right here? Coach Matt Dardo, in his first year with Muskingum, leading them to a 4-5 record, 4-3 in the OAC. And it appears they're going to line up and go on a 4th and 6. Gurney in the gun. Tailback to his left. I don't think they're going to. No, they're not going to run this play. Timeout, Muskingum, with 2:27 to go. It's a 4th and 6 coming up for the Muskies, and again they called timeout. Well, we were up at Lake County Perry last night doing the West Branch Lake County Perry game, and some of the most hospitable folks that I have met in all my years doing high school or college football. But there was a young lady in the press box last night. She was kind of running the show, and she was very vocal last night. I mean, very vocal throughout the evening, and she was banging on the glass and pounding on the table, and she wanted her team to win. But she was a major part of the broadcast last night.
I had a coach last night get in a screaming match on the sideline with the head of the chain gang.
Now, you were at Mentor last night, correct?
It was incredible. It was an incredible game, Sam.
I know. We'll have to talk about it. 4th and 6, Muskingum. They're going to go. Gurney's in trouble, and they're going to get him back at the 37-yard line. Hello, number 91. Brandon Bowden with the sack, and the Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, Caleb Brown just tapped him on his helmet and said, "That's my sack." But he's going to have to get his own, though, because Brandon Bowden, I'm telling you, this defensive front is outstanding. They really are. They come to play, and that's a nice stop on their second drive for the defense, because after giving up the touchdown drive number 1, they get their footing. And here we go.
I got to tell you, I don't know if I really agree with going for it there, but we'll take it. Grant in motion, play action. Mike Egan's going to roll right. He throws it deep downfield. Got a man. Cockrell in the end zone, incomplete. A little bit short. That ball just got hung up in the wind.
He was wide open.
Yeah, he was.
Cockrell was wide open in the end zone. I don't think Mikey saw him right away. He saw when he did see him, and it was a little too late because he had to come back for the ball. But back to what you said, I think Muskingum at 4-5. If you're a 4-5 team and you have Mount Union your last game, that's almost a privilege. This is their championship game.
Yeah, this is it. That's their last game. They are over 500 in the conference. It could get them to 5-5 at the end of the year. Ashby in motion to the right. They're going to give it to Minner up the middle, 35-30, 25-20, into the 19-yard line at a first down. 16 yards for Cade Minner. Move the sticks for the Purple Raiders, 1st and 10.
Once again, right up the middle, just how Darnell scored on the 1-yard touchdown rush. Maynard goes right up the middle as well.
A minute 54 in the first quarter here at Mount Union. 7-7 our score. Raiders in the purple jerseys, black pants, purple helmets today with the white numbers and letters. Muskies, white jerseys, red pants, black helmets, red numbers and letters. Maloney gives to Minner. Minner's going to be taken down to the 20-yard line. That's a pretty good tackle right there by...
Guess who?
Was that 9?
5. Connor Gurney.
Connor, yeah, he is the twin brother of Garrett Gurney. Connor's a senior linebacker, also out of Seminole, Florida. Very active on the defensive side.
How cool is that?
Yeah. 2nd down and 12 Raiders at the Muskie 21. Steele in motion to the left, back to the right, Mikey to throw. Mikey's got all day. I mean all day. Running to the left. Nobody to throw to it. He'll go out of bounds at around the 15-yard line.
That rush has been there 3 times today, and it's been good for 15 yards apiece.
I'll tell you what, he waited. I mean, it wasn't like he just went back there and decided to go. He waited 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, and he said, okay, I'm going to go. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Raiders at the Muskingum 14-yard line. 7-7 score, 34 seconds to go. Clock running in the opening quarter of play. I think Mount was a little lucky. They did get caught for a holding call there. There she is, banging on the bleachers. She must only do that on 3rd down. Maloney gives it to Minner. Caden Minner is going to be spun around and taken down at the 13-yard line. So only a short pickup of around 1 on the play. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here at Mount Union. 15 minutes in the books, and your score, Mount Union 7, Muskingum 7. Purple Raider football continues after the break on 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
This is Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Welcome back to Cara Stadium here at Mount Union. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere on your Saturday afternoon. 1310 WDPN, Q92 Radiosports.com. And, of course, you can listen to the ball game on all of our social media platforms. YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, it'll be there. All right, Purple Raiders now are, they're going to go for the field goal here. Maurich is going to attempt it. Far left hash. He's got a really good gust of wind at his back. This will be a 30-yard attempt. Michael Franklin will put the ball down at the 20-yard line. If Maurich can put this baby through, it'll be a 10-7 Mount Union lead. Just getting cranked up here in the second quarter of play. From the left hash, the spot will come at the 20-yard line. There's the snap. Franklin gets it down. Maurich's field goal attempt is up, and it is good. And with 14:56 to go in the first half, it's now Mount Union 10 and Muskingum 7. Well, they wanted to get 7 there, but they'll take the 3.
I'll tell you what, if the upright was where the locker room is, I still think it was good.
So 10-7 Raiders early here in the second quarter of play. Don't forget the NCAA Division III College Football Selection Show is tomorrow at 5 p.m. And we'll see what the brackets look like as the Purple Raiders will begin the road to Canton for the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl coming up here in January. And we'll be with you all the way here on 1310 WDPN.
Pretty cool trip. 20 minutes to the national championship game.
I love it. If you get there. Hopefully they will. But that is the perk of the 2025 season. But of course, you have to pay your rent along the way, and hopefully the Purple Raiders will be able to do that. Get over to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium and get ready to roll. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Rafferty's got it teed up at the 35-yard line. Wind at his back. There's the approach. There's the kick. That'll go into the end zone and out of the end zone on the fly. First and 10, Muskingum coming up here at their own 20-yard line. Stats hot off the press here at Mount Union. First downs, Muskingum had 7, Mount Union had 6. First half total yards, the Muskies had 77, the Purple Raiders had 101. If you want to talk about Mikey Maloney, 2 for 4, 24 yards. Darnell Carrot had 7 for 31, Maloney 3 for 29. Mount Union averaging 46.1 points a game this year. Here come the Muskies, down 3. First and 10 at their 25. Gurney play action, rifles a slant, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted. Woo! Almost picked by Jason Anderson. They're going to see a replay here.
Yeah.
He's mad at himself. He thinks he should have had that one.
Jason Anderson leads the team with interceptions. He had one last week as well.
He's got, 3 on the year?
Yep.
Gurney throws an out route caught, 31-32. Rasavulu spins the wide receiver, John Christopher Gore, out of bounds.
Anderson's still beating himself up even after that play. That's another thing. You got to move on.
Yeah.
You got to. It's in the past. You can't change it. I tell my kids, Sam, you're not right or wrong. You're either right or you're learning.
Third down and 3 for the Muskies from their own 32, going right to left in a 10-7 game. There's a handoff over the right side, and I don't know if Riley Woody is going to get there. He is not, taken down just across the 32. Muskingum is not going to screw around here. Here comes the punt team.
Well, I would imagine that they would go for it, roll the dice, especially since it's week 10. And we talked about this is basically their championship game, but not right now. Expect a 4th down try. They're going to go for it eventually sometime this game.
There's the boot. Boy, the wind just killed that thing. Mason Ashby's going to come up and get it at the 40 to the 45 to the 50, 45, 40. He's down the sidelines. Ashby goes out of bounds at the Muskie 38-yard line. Oh, he is so quick.
Yeah.
Mason Ashby out of North Canton Hover. I know we say it every week. He's this close to breaking one, and it's going to happen sooner or later. But, hey, how about the field position here at the Muskie 37, 1st and 10, Mount Union?
Yeah, he caught that on the run, and that's what was able to propel him upfield. When you're running one way and I'm running the other way, good luck trying to catch me. And that's basically what Ashby said, getting all the way down inside the 40-yard line.
Skies are darkening a little bit more here, but a little bit of light sky to our right. Mikey Maloney's going to go back and throw it deep. Hangs it for Dorian Grant. Almost a one-handed catch, and he couldn't hang on in the end zone. Incomplete. Basically triple coverage there, but Maloney still put it right where he needed to. Grant just couldn't quite haul it in. 2nd down.
Let me give you a glass half full moment. The one thing Mikey struggled with last game, and he hasn't struggled all season with ball placement. That was a perfectly thrown ball. So that's good to know. And you're right. He had to one-hand it because it was in double coverage, and it's just what are you going to do about that one? Not stop.
Yeah, you got to figure also that ball probably got taken for a little bit of a ride with that wind. 2nd down and 10. Here comes Darnell Williams to the 45. Spins away inside the 34 to the 33. Williams will pick up close to 4 on the play. Mount Union 10, Muskingum 7, 13-10 to go here in the first half of play. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you from Karis Stadium on an overcast, windy day. Still temperatures in the low 60s. Very comfortable, especially here midway through the month of November. There she goes. Third down and 6 now for Mount Union at the Muskie 35. That's 33, I should say. Nikki Turner in motion. Inside delay to Darnell. There's a first down for Williams, 25. He's to the 21 and a first down. 12 yards in the carry. That was a delayed draw. And Darnell Williams picked up 12 on a first down.
Yep, it's going to put him over 100 yards on the ground already in the game. They had 77 rushing yards in the first quarter. I hope Sean Thomas isn't sitting over feeling left out.
Sean is, they're just getting him ready for the postseason.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, I hope he's not watching this going, man, do they need me?
Oh, we'll need him. Once you get to the postseason, it's all hands on deck. Dorian Grant goes in motion around his quarterback, back to the right. Darnell gets the carry, and he got met by Connor Gurney right at the point of attack. No gain on the play.
Last time Mount Union was in the red zone, they had to settle with a field goal, so Muskingum looking to go 2 for 2 on trying to stop them on the last 2 drives.
Matt Anderson will come out. Nikki Turner will come in for the Purple Raiders. They're actually going to say that was a 1-yard loss in the play, so second down and 11. Purple Raiders at the Muskie 22, 11:25 to go in the first half. 10-7 Raiders with a 3-point lead. Mikey Maloney will roll right, throws it on the run, incomplete, looking for Grant at the 15-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 11. Don't forget to catch the Sam Berkman Show. That's me, every Monday through Friday, 3 until 6 here on 1310 WDPN. And don't forget, special guest every Thursday at 3:35, the head coach of the Mount Union Purple Raiders, Jeff Dart. That's Thursdays at 3:35 on AM 1310 WDPN. We catch up with Coach Dart of the Mount Union Purple Raiders. All right, third down and 11 now from the Muskingum 22-yard line. Trips to the right. Cockrell to the left. Ashby in motion. Fake. Maloney keeps it. Mikey 20, 15. Breaks a tackle to the 14. Maloney to the 12 almost. But he's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. And I think they're going to bring in the muscle here. Here comes 2 tight ends, Anderson and Steele. Ashby and Turner hit the sidelines, and the Raiders will go for it here. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's going to be 4th and 2. I thought it was going to be 4th and 1.
It's a short 2.
So the Raiders are up to the line on a 4th and 2 now at the Muskie 13-yard line. Stack twins to the right. Cockrell motions out of it, in motion. Fake to Darnell. Back to throw in the end zone. Wyatt Steele catches it in the back of the end zone and a touchdown. How about the big man, Wyatt Steele, out of Eastlake High School in Tampa, Florida, the senior tight end, hauls it in, and it's a 16-7 Mount Union lead.
I love me some Wyatt Steele. They had motion, play action. It was a high snap. Good job by Mikey Maloney to corral it. And Wyatt Steele just snuck off to the back of the end zone.
There was a lot going on there. You know what I mean? Ball fake, motion, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, and it developed pretty quickly, to be honest, for him to be that wide open.
They made it work. Purple Raiders to tack on the PAT. It's up. It's good. Timeout. 10:37 to go in the first half. We'll step away from Karis Stadium. Your score, Mount Union 17 and Muskingum 7. Purple Raider football continues after the break on 1310 WDPN.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
And we welcome you back to Kara Stadium on the campus of the University of Mount Union. 17-7 Purple Raiders. Overcast skies here today. The lights have been on. And I'm sure you can hear the wind blowing left to right here at the stadium. Here's the kick by Rafferty. That's going to go in and out of the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the Muskies will take it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Check the college football scoreboard here for you in a minute. Well, we got one area team left as far as our high school playoffs are concerned. Congratulations to the Massillon Tigers. They went over Columbus St. Francis de Sales last night. They will move on to play Sunbury Big Walnut Friday night at Zanesville. Also want to congratulate Canton McKinley, East Canton, West Branch on a wonderful road. They had their seasons come to an end last night. Gurney, he's going to fake it. Now he's going to run it. He got twisted around and taken down to the 25-yard line. Parker Logan, Raymond Bowden on the tackle for the Raiders.
I shed a tear last night, Sam. I just keep it real with you, man. It was a heartbreaker at Menor.
That was a tough way to go.
Canton McKinley Bulldogs, they fought like crazy, and at the end of the game, they just couldn't hang on.
That is such a tough way to go. Bulldogs losing to Menor last night, 25-24. Handoff to the 25, and that's it. Keenan Cruz on the tackle for Mount Union.
McKinley had a lead, 24-17 with 20 seconds to go in the game.
I got to ask,
it was fourth down.
We were listening to you guys because our game had wrapped up. So we were still in the press box at Lake County Perry. We put the stream on. I'll get to that after this play. 3rd down and 9, Muskingum at their own 26-yard line. 17-7 Raiders. 9:40 to go in the first half. Gurney to throw. Pressure's on. He's in big trouble. Sacked him. Bowden got him. Back at the 16-yard line. Purple Raiders are just putting their ears back and coming after the quarterback, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So we're listening to the final minutes of the McKinley-Menor game last night. And of course, my partner, Caleb Norick, is a McKinley graduate, so he is really And so we hear McKinley score, and they make the extra point to go up 7. Did they pooch the kickoff?
So to be honest with you, I was sending a tweet during the kickoff, and I didn't see it.
I heard that's what happened.
So
there's the punt by Muskingum into the wind. That's going to take a sideways whole rop, and the Raiders will get it at the Muskie 39, and they'll set up 1st and 10.
So Clint, who was doing the play-by-play, told me after the game that it was almost like it was designed for them to kick it high in the air. And I don't think that it was a pooch kick, but they did. They left about a minute 50 seconds on the clock. Menor went down real quick, and McKinley had an opportunity on 4th down inside the 10-yard line to win the game, and Menor scored a touchdown. They went for the 2-point conversion, and they got it.
See, I thought there was not that much time left on the clock at all when Menor got the ball in that last series. I thought it was like 30, 35 seconds. Maloney back to throw, and the flat caught Anderson at tight end. He's down to the 31-yard line, picks up 9 yards on the play. And I'd heard it was a pooch kick, and, it is what it is. At any level, I've never been a fan of a pooch kickoff. When you got the lead late, you kick that thing as far as you can, and you just get down and have faith on your special teams that you're not going to – I mean, the odds of somebody running a kickback 80, 90 yards in high school is not very strong. But nonetheless, Menor, you got to credit them as Menor takes the ball inside the 25 and the 24 for a Purple Raider 1st down. But credit Menor, they went the length of the field, and then to go for 2 to win it.
Not just that.
That's just tough.
It's not just that. They needed to convert a touchdown on 2 consecutive plays, and they did it.
Yeah.
They needed the 4th down. It was 4th in the game, and then the 2-point conversion. They got them both. Shout out to the Menor Cardinals.
1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Muskie 24. Maloney in the flat caught Anderson, the tight end, his second catch on the drive. gets it down to the 18-yard line. Tackled by Antoine Murphy, defensive back out of Mandarin High School in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, I tell you what, that's 1, 2, 3. That's at least 3 passes to the tight ends today. Wyatt Steele caught a touchdown pass. Anderson's got 2 catches on this drive. And we just keep rolling along here. 7 minutes and counting in the first half. 17-7 Mount Union. Stick around. Halftime activities coming up. Jeff Mears with the news, weather, sports, all coming your way. Mr. Bevere will handle the halftime duties again today. Minter just got blow the whistle. Minter got taken down at the 20. They let it run and run and run and run and run. They finally blew the whistle, but they're going to mark him down officially at the Muskie 21-yard line. We had a couple plays like that last night where a couple of kids almost got hurt because, you keep fighting. The more people get into the pile, and it's like at some point you've got to step in and call the play dead.
Well, they had Minter lifted up, driving him backwards. So at that point, he doesn't even have his legs.
6:15 to go in the first half. 3rd-7 Raiders at the Muskie 21-yard line. Mount leads it by 10. Mikey Maloney to throw deep left side over the outstretched arms of Grant at the 2-yard line. Incomplete, and here comes the field goal unit for the second time today for Mount Union.
That one's on Mikey, and he knows it. He had him wide open. Ray would have caught it at the 1-yard line and would have been able to walk right into the end zone. Grant against his old team, and Mikey knows.
So here comes Michael Franklin. He will hold the ball. He'll put it down at the 28-yard line. Yvonne Marich will attempt the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt on the right hash with the wind at his back. This to give the Raiders a 13-point lead. Snap spot. Kick is on the way. Plenty of juice. It's up and it's good. Boy, what a weapon he is. Young man out of McLean High School in Virginia, Falls Church. Bangs it home, and with 6:02 to go in the first half, it's now Mount Union 20 and Muskingum 7. So, Maslin over Columbus DeSales last night. They will move on to play Sunbury Big Walnut. That game will be in Zanesville on Friday night at Salzburger Stadium. A lot of people thought that game was going to be in Mansfield, but
That's what I assumed.
Apparently Mansfield hasn't really been offering to host. So there was also a game over that area, Gallion and Shelby, which is like Arlen Field would make sense for those teams to play there because it's a lot closer. Maybe that's who's going to play there, or maybe they didn't.
You know what I would do if I was an away coach and I had to play Maslin? I'd call up the Tigers and I'd say, let's just play at your place.
They've had enough home games.
Why not?
They've had enough home games. Ball's off the tee again, so they're have to tee it back up. Look at that wind. Look at those flags. That's a 20, 25 an hour gust. Now, we're not supposed to get any rain, although we did get about 3 or 4 minutes of rain here, and it was gone as soon as it started. Look out of the parking lot, the one tailgate area. Those flags are really rippling in the wind. The ball fell off the tee as he was about to kick it. Now somebody's going to have to come over and hold it. I would not want that job. I would not want to hold the ball for a kicker. No, I've seen too many Charlie Brown episodes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't want to hold it. My finger would get. It would.
You'd let it go,
hurt.
right?
Yeah. So I convinced my kids at home to hold the ball, and I'll kick a field goal. And surprisingly, none of them have the same fear I did as a kid. They'll hold it right there, and I can get a nice kickoff.
All right, third time is the charm. There's the kick. That'll carry and go out of the back of the end zone. 1st and 10 Muskies at their 25. Before Raiders lead 20-7 here. 6 minutes to go. Again, halftime activities coming up at the break. Let's get you some college basketball. Oops, not college basketball. We want football scores right now. Here we go. Navy 24, South Florida 16 in the third quarter. Indiana leads Wisconsin 24-7 in the fourth. That pass is complete to the 32-yard line and a first down for Muskingum. Out of bounds is Westrick, 1st and 10 for the Muskies. Arizona leads Cincinnati 20-14 in the third. Notre Dame 28, Pitt 3 early in the third. Michigan leads Northwestern 14-6. That game being played at Wrigley Field in Chicago today. There goes a carry around the right side for Riley Woody, and Riley Woody got taken down almost at the line of scrimmage. How about this one? South Carolina is opening up a can on Texas A&M. The Gamecocks 30, the Aggies 10. 8 minutes to go in the third, and South Carolina is driving. That will shake things up in the CFP. Gurney's going to go back to throw. He's in trouble again, and they're going to whack him back at the 30-yard line. Hello, Caleb Brown. That's his 45th career tackle for loss, and that is sack number 28 for the young man.
Going to have to talk to him after the game. He just moved into 10th all-time on the sack leaderboard for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. So we move under 5 minutes to go. He's special. I mean, he's probably my favorite player on the team, to be honest with you. I love me some Caleb Brown. I love them all. Wyatt Steele, Mikey Maloney, Nick Turner.
Caleb's really been cranking too the last 3 or 4 games. He's caught a second wind. Gurney to throw on a 3rd and 19. He's in trouble again. He got away from Bowden to the 30 to the 35. Boy, he had his leg almost went out from under him. As he went to cut at the 35, he was able to stretch out and get to the 38, well short of the first down. Boy, that could have been a very dangerous cut and pivot right there for the Muskie quarterback.
Yeah, I was holding my breath for him.
Man.
My knee. That would have been not a non-contact injury. It just seemed like from up here that something was wrong, but he's all right.
4th and 9, the Muskies are going to go on their own 38-yard line. Gurney fires a slant. It's caught, and they got a first down. Oh, man. At the 50-yard line, John Christopher Gore, the sophomore, with the catch.
I think they just caught Mount off
I
guard.
don't want to be nitpicky there, but you can't allow that to happen. Christopher Gore gets the catch there, and he's going to lose 4 on the play, way back at the 47.
They did a hurry-up offense to go for the 4th down. So maybe Mount just was caught off guard because they thought, okay, punt team comes on, and they're keeping the offense on the field. It happened so quickly. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, I think that's the way it should be done. You should have these plays drawn up in practice. You shouldn't be calling timeouts to
That's what they did the first time.
Right.
Muskingum did. And they get it here, but now they lose 4 on that first down play. It's 2nd and 14. Woody gets the carry, and it is Weston Arthur. Says welcome to the neighborhood and brings him down to the 47-yard line for no gain.
Yeah, Weston said I'll meet you across the street after the game if you'd like.
2:45 to go in the first half. Clock running here at Mount Union. Purple Raiders 20, Muskingum 7. 1310 WDPN at Q92radiosports.com. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you. Week 11, game 10. Gurney back to throw. Got all night. Fires a deep one. Right sideline. Caught! Westrick inside the 25 to the Mount Union 23-yard line. Whoa.
Into double coverage, too. Heck of a throw.
Oh, that was a beautiful pass. You can't defend that any better.
Nope, couldn't defend it better. Mount Union had great coverage. It just was right there.
Tip your cap. 2:07, 2:06. They get the playoff. Gurney fires it, caught to the 15-yard line. That's Jeremy Smith out of Phoenix, Arizona with a catch, and that will bring us to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to go in the first half here in Alliance. It's Mount Union 20 with Muskingum 7. We'll take a break and come back with more on 1310 WDPN.
Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Welcome back to Mount Union. 20-7 Purple Raiders over Muskingum as we're getting ready to come out of the 2-minute timeout. Stick around. The halftime report is coming up on WDPN. News, weather, sports. Ryan will have all your stats, and he'll look at some scores as well. I think they were supposed to honor the 1985 team here today, but I'm not 100% certain. There's a flag, and I think they're going to get the Muskies for a false start, and they do. That'll make it 2nd and 8 now, back at the 20-yard line. Our TV crew to our left, our good friends Jeff Shreve and Harry Paytas calling the action today. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's either a flinch or just a straight-out offsides on Mount Union, because one of the offensive linemen for Muskingum, and let me get his name, that is Logan Crozier out of Shady Side. He just got put on his backside by Brandon Bowden. I think Bowden thought maybe that Crozier flinched. He says, well, I'm going to get a penalty, so I might as well get my money's worth.
Yeah.
So there's that. 2nd and 3 Muskies at the Purple Raider 15-yard line. 20-7 Mount. Muskies going right to left into the wind here. Back to throw is Gurney. The slant's there, but he can't get rid of it. And Bowman with another sack. And Caleb Brown was right there just in case. And the young man out of Gainesville, Florida, Brandon Bowden, is having a spectacular day.
I think Gurney saw a ghost when he saw Jerry Cooper, because the slant was there, but so was Jerry Cooper. He pumped big. Jerry Cooper came right from the back of the end zone, said not so fast. And sometimes you just got to credit the defensive backs with sacks.
Gurney back to throw to the left. He fires it. Boy, what a catch. One hand, but he's out of bounds. Holy cow. I don't know if they're going to show this on replay, but that was a heck of a grab. With one hand, but Jonathan Christopher Gore was out of bounds, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the Muskies. It'll be 4th and 12 at the Mount Union 24-yard line, and they will call a timeout. So a field goal here gets you to 20-10, but into the wind might not be a good idea, so it looks like they'll probably go for it coming out of this timeout.
It's been a very quick half.
Yeah, for a 1:30 kickoff, I mean, it's only not even an hour old here. Purple Raiders in front 20-7. Don't forget, Monday I'll be broadcasting my show live from the Crassus Center at St. Harlambus Church. It's the 2025 Stark County High School basketball preview dinner that night. I'll be doing the show live beginning at 3 on AM 1310 WDPN and all of our social media platforms, including the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. That'll be 3 o'clock on Monday as we start to roll into the hoop season. We'll probably get a hold of about 8 to 10 of the high school basketball coaches. We'll get them on the show Monday and see what's coming up for them in their brand new season of hoops. All right, Muskie's going to go 4th and 12 with the Mount 24. Gurney to throw. Got time. Deep post. Fires it. Incomplete in the back of the end zone. Almost picked off by Connor Adelman, the former Louisville Leopard. But no damage there as Mount will take over 1st and 10. They got a $1:19 to go, and they have all 3 of their timeouts left.
Connor's going to want that one back. He might lose a little bit of sleep tonight. Maybe not if Mount picks up the win, but he had to dive for it, but it was right there. He could have had the catch. The ball hit the ground when he hit the ground. But a good defensive stop by Mount Union. They gave up the touchdown on the first drive of the game, and nothing since. Muskingum's been able to drive the ball a little bit, but really no threat for Mount Union.
The first thing I'm going to do at halftime, I forgot before the game, I put a Dr. Pepper and a water in the freezer downstairs. I bet you they're ready to explode right now.
You know what? I was going to do that, and I forgot.
I usually remember because I do it every home game. Today I forgot I put them in there. I'm going to have to just, I might have to literally sprint because I don't want those things exploding in the freezer down on the first floor because they'll know who did it. 2nd down and 6. Mikey's going to go back to throw. He's got time. Rips it. Caught at the 45-yard line. There you go, Dorian Grant. 1st down Raiders on a gain of 17.
You know, I learned that trick from you. Not that cross route, the Gatorade in the freezer.
Yes, put the Gatorade in the water when you get here, and then it's ice cold by the time you're ready for it. Maloney fires at Grant. Caught it inside the 30. He's making a house call. 10-5 touchdown. 55 yards. Maloney to Grant. 6 for the good guys. 26-7 Mount Union.
Against his old team, it's got to feel really good to be at Muskingum. Not only do you transfer, but you're good enough to transfer to Mount Union.
Yeah.
And then you go up against your former team here at home and you do something like that. Incredible.
That is a gut punch if you're a Muskie fan. Malrich on for the extra point. Franklin will put it down. 45 seconds left in the first half. This here could make it a 20-point lead. Extra point is up and the kick is good. So we'll keep it here. 45 seconds to go in the first half. It's now 27-20. Let's try that again. 27-7, Mount Union with a 20-point lead.
Hey, you've earned it. You've earned the right to make a couple mistakes here and there.
Well, I made them last night. All night last night. I kept wanting to say Perry Panthers, Perry Panthers.
Well, we can understand.
But it was Lake County Perry. And then, you know what I called him once last night? I called him the Lake County Captains. In the third quarter, I caught myself. I was like, you know what, maybe.
Good old LCP. You know what team I like watching up there, up in that area? Kirtland.
Yeah. They'll be fighting for another state championship with, how about their head coach, Tiger Laverde. What a job he has done with the Kirtland football program. Well, we always talk about the usual suspects in college or in high school football for as far as in the mix for a championship. Kirtland every year, Maria Stein Marion local every year, Coldwater almost every year, St. Ed's almost every year, Moeller almost every year. Although they got beat last night, Moeller did. St. X got them.
Within the last 5 years,
By 2.
Within the last 5 years, you can put the Massillon Tigers on that list.
Massillon Tigers, yep. Hoban, Walsh, very strong again this year. Walsh Jesuit.
You know what I love so much about Kirtland? The field, no turf, just grass and mud.
Do they still have grass?
And hills. You know what? They might not. I haven't been there in a few years.
I remember seeing some highlights, but I couldn't tell you one way or the other. They might still have grass because that's just kind of what they are. Just get out there and run it, play physical football. But they may have turf. I'm not sure. Kickoff goes out of the end zone, and the Muskies will fire up another drive here. 1st and 10 at their own 25. They're down 27-7. And again, they're going into the 20-25 mile an hour wind here at Karas Stadium. Skies have brightened just a little bit, but you won't be seeing Mr. Sunshine today, I don't think.
You never know.
I mean, it is a little bit brighter. Muskie's going right to left. They've got 3 receivers in the pattern, and they're just going to call it a half here. Woody gets the handoff over the left side. He'll be taken down at the 28-yard line. Keenan Cruz and Jerry Cooper on the tackle for Mount Union. And we're down to the final 30 seconds here in the first half of play. NCAA Division III College Football Selection Show tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see what the brackets look like. We'll be talking about that on my show Monday beginning at 3 o'clock. Again, we'll be live with the basketball preview on Monday night. We're going to do our show live from the Crassus Center on 1310 WDPN and recap all the weekend stuff, and we'll get you ready for a little high school hoops talk as well. Half is expired here at Karas Stadium, and a pretty good 30 minutes for the guys in purple. Your score, Mount Union 27 and Muskingum 7. The big halftime report is coming up. Stay with us on 1310 WDPN And then we stream at Q92radiosports.com.
Montfort Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Montfort Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Montforts can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Montfort Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Montfort Glass at 330-823-0450. Montfort Glass, 30 South Union Avenue, in Alliance.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. Several school districts say the boxes of records returned by former Stark County Educational Service Center attorney Mary Jo Shannon Slick don't match what they expected. Court records state the districts reported receiving fewer documents than the amount of legal work done over the years. The service center is suing Shannon Slick, accusing her of taking and shredding files before she was fired last month. She denies destroying any records, and her attorney calls the case retaliation. The case is moving to mediation with a trial set for October 5th. A judge has extended an order blocking Shannon Slick from disposing of any material. Police reports detail disturbing conditions at a Jackson Township home where officers say they found an emaciated dog. Today, the woman accused in that case stood before a judge. 22-year-old Sarai Langton was arraigned in Massillon Municipal Court on a misdemeanor animal cruelty charge and entered a not guilty plea. The charge stems from an October 16th call to a Foxhaven Avenue Northwest address. A judge issued a warrant after finding probable cause in the complaint. Langton was released on a recognizance bond, and her pretrial hearing is set for December 9th. The village of Minerva has closed the community center on Brock Avenue until further notice due to concerns about the building's structural condition. The decision was made out of an abundance of caution after a recommendation from the Stark County Building Department. Administrator Greg Meidinger says the village is now working with the county to assess the structural issues and determine what's needed to ensure public safety. Minerva is also forming a community center steering committee to help evaluate options for the facility's future. Nimishillen Township trustees honored 4 firefighters during Thursday's meeting. WDPN's David Schur reports.
Cleveland Clinic Mercy Hospital gave special recognition to Fire Captain Don Johnson and firefighter paramedics David Hatlis, Robert Bonner, and Christopher Hendershot for their exceptional dedication to duty in the delivery of a baby boy on September 2nd in the parent's car. Trustees also approved a $1,350 payment to Youngstown Safety Forces Foundation for the firefighter EMS instructor certification for Alexandra Brown, bills totaling $30,457, and contracts for a 5-year security system with Media 144 and for the authorized destruction of public documents by a company called You Shredded.
The Timken Company is extending its century-long dividend streak. The Jackson Township-based manufacturer has declared a 35-cent per share quarterly dividend payable December 5th to shareholders of record November 25th. Timken has paid a dividend every quarter since 1922, making it one of the longest payout runs on the New York Stock Exchange. The company says 2025 will mark its 12th straight year of annual dividend growth. Timken, which makes engineered bearings and industrial motion products, reported $4.6 billion in sales last year. More news after this. equipment problems and a lost credit card. Investigators say the victim transferred more than $220,000 from her Fidelity account before realizing it was a scam. She managed to stop one transfer to a Colorado bank, where a private investigator is now trying to track down the suspect. The woman has closed her accounts and is working with police as the case continues. Youngstown police say one of two men shot Sunday night on the city's south side has died. 40-year-old Kenny Stanton died at St. Elizabeth Health Center from gunshot wounds he suffered just before 11 at a store at Market Street and West Midlothian Boulevard. A second man was also shot and treated at the hospital. Stanton's death brings Youngstown's homicide total to 10 for the year. There were 22 at this time in 2024. The Highway Patrol says a Pennsylvania woman was killed in a crash Thursday night in Trumbull County. Troopers say 50-year-old Holly Markin of Beaver Falls died after her car was hit while she was turning from Route 422 onto State Route 305 in Southington Township just before 6:30. The driver and passenger in the other vehicle were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Multiple fire departments and the sheriff's office assisted at the scene. A section of 422 was temporarily closed. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, right after the forecast from Mark Johnson at 3 News. I'm Jeff Mears.
Cloudy skies through the afternoon, scattered rain by late in the day. It's going to be windy and mild, 61 for the high. Overnight, still windy, turning colder, a low near 38 with an early rain shower. I am Mark J. Weather from 3 News.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310WDPN.com.
Garris Stadium is the home of Mount Union Purple Raider football. We are in week number 11, game number 10 for the Raiders. They're up 27-7. And we'll have the selection show tomorrow. Hopefully a bye week next week, and then we'll go on into the playoffs. 27-7 is the score right now, halftime stats, and then we'll get to some highlights that got us here, and we'll go through some college football scores for Division I, and we'll move on from there. Like I said, 27-7 your score. First downs, Mount Union 11 versus 10 to Muskingum. Rushes, how about 109 yards on the ground for Mount Union on 20 attempts? Muskingum has only rushed the ball for 3 yards on 19 attempts. Passing yards, 126 for Muskingum, though. Mount Union, 123. Total offensive plays, 32 plays for Mount, 232 yards. Muskingum, 38 plays. They got 129 yards. No fumbles. We had one punt return for Mount Union. It was Mason Ashby for 23 yards. Kickoff return for Mount Union, 21 yards. No interceptions for either team. However, we almost did have one with Jason Alexander. Almost had his fourth interception, but he couldn't hold on to it. Punts, 2 for Muskingum for 25.5 yards on average. Mount Union has not had to use the punter once. No fumbles for either team. Penalties, 1 penalty for Muskingum for 5 yards. Mount Union, 2 penalties for 20 yards. Time of possession is almost equal. 15 minutes and 19 seconds for Muskingum, 14 minutes, 41 seconds for Mount Union. Third down conversions, 3 of 9 for Muskingum, 2 of 6 for Mount. Fourth down conversions, Mount's 2 of 2 and Muskingum 2 of 4. Red zone chances, this is why we have it 27-7. Mount 4 for 4 in the red zone, and they've held Muskingum 1 of 2 in the red zone. All right, some personal stats, and then we'll get to the highlights for Mount Union. Darnell Williams rushed it 11 times for 50 yards and a touchdown. His long was 12. Mikey Maloney ran it 4 times for 38 yards. His long was 17. Caden Minner rushed it 5 times for 24 yards. He had a long of 16. Mikey Maloney is 7 of 12 for 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a 55-yard bomb to Davion Grant, the former Muskingum Muskie. Matt Anderson has 2 catches for 2 targets and 13 yards. Wyatt Steele caught a pass. It was for a touchdown of 13 yards. And Jacob Cockrell has caught 1 pass for 7 yards. He was targeted twice. How about some tackles? Defensively, Caleb Brown has been everywhere, a game changer. 6 tackles, 1.5 sacks. He moved inside the top 10 of the all-time sack leader for Mount Union, and a good day to do it as we celebrated and honored the 1985 Mount Union Purple Raider team, the team that started it all. 13 national championships later, here we are. 3 unassisted tackles and 3 assisted tackles as a total of 6 for Caleb Brown. Like I said, he had a sack and a half. Weston Arthur had the same stat line, 3 unassisted, 3 assisted with 6 total sacks. Brandon Bowden had 2.5 sacks in the first half. 3 tackles unassisted, 1 tackle was assisted, a total of 4. And the Leopard, Connor Adelman, had 4 total tackles with 3 of them being assisted, 1 unassisted. All right, here we go. Highlights of the first half. Muskingum took a 7-0 lead. It feels like it was forever ago on a 3-yard rush by the quarterback.
He looks bigger than 6 foot, 200 pounds, but that's what we're going to go with. Westrick wide to the right, receiver left for the Muskies. 3rd and goal at the 3, right up the middle. Gurney to the 2, Gurney to the 1. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Muskingum. 10:48 to go in the first quarter, and the Muskies have drawn first blood at 6-0.
If you thought Muskingum was in business after that, you were wrong. They were not. Darnell Williams started the scoring entourage for the Purple Raiders, a 1-yard rush for number 21.
First and goal, Raiders at the Muskie 1-yard line. Grant in a slot right, Cockrell wide to the right, Darnell in the backfield. Williams will get it, and he will skip right through the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union.
Marge had a field goal after that, and Wyatt Steele extended the lead to 17-7, a 13-yard pass, touchdown from Mikey Maloney.
So the Raiders are up to the line on a 4th and 2 now with the Muskie 13-yard line. Stack twins to the right. Cockrell motions out of it, in motion. Fake to Darnell. Back to throw. In the end zone. Wyatt Steele catches it into the back of the end zone and a touchdown.
March had another field goal after that to make it 20-7, and then right before the half was over, Davion Grant caught a 55-yard pass from Mikey Maloney.
Put the Gatorade in the water when you get here, and then it's ice cold by the time you're ready for it. Maloney fires at Grant. Caught it inside the 30. He's making a house call. 10-5 touchdown. 55 yards. Maloney to Grant. 6 for the good guys. 26-7 Mount Union.
So not only on that highlight, you got Sam Berkwin with a beautiful call from Davion Grant, 55-yard touchdown, but a little instruction, a little how to drink a Gatorade for Dummies 101 there. And if the trend stays the way that it is, it's been touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown. We'll start the second half with a field goal, but hopefully Mount Union just opens up the floodgates and we move on from there. How about some college football scores in Division I? I heard that the number 3 team in the country was on the verge of being upset. It was 30-3 South Carolina over Texas A&M at halftime. It is now the end of the third quarter, 30-24. The Aggies are making a comeback. College game day was in Pittsburgh. What a beautiful sight that was. I wish I could have been there, but Notre Dame has a 30-9 lead over the Pitt Panthers. Michigan over Northwestern 21-9 in the third quarter. Navy has a 27-24 lead over South Florida, the 24th ranked team in the country. The 25th ranked team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, are struggling with Arizona in Kentucky. Indiana 31, Wisconsin 7. We've got some games coming up later for you. Big ones. Alabama, Oklahoma. That's at 3:30. How about Iowa and USC? That's at 3:30. Another ranked matchup that I will have my eyes on tonight when the kids go to bed at 7:30. I'll be on Texas and Georgia. Cannot wait for that matchup. The Purple Raiders are back out onto the field right now, doing a little stretch and dance. Normally they don't come out, I feel like, till there's about 2 minutes to go in the half. They're saying we still got about 4 minutes until we kick things off in the second half. We've been telling you all afternoon the selections show for college football is going to be tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So make sure you're tuning in to the Sam Berkwin Show on WDPN 1310, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock Monday through Friday. Sam's definitely going to be talking some Mount Union. He'll take a look at the bracket for you. He'll have Coach Dart on for you on Thursday. So you're going to want to be locked into Sam Berkwin. Follow him on social media and make sure you're listening to the show. Last night there was some college football. Oregon beat Minnesota 42-13, and Clemson trying to revive their season. They ironically ended Louisville's season 20-19 on the road. The Clemson Tigers got the victory. High school football scores in the area. High school football did not disappoint last night. Unfortunately, we only had one area team make it out alive as West Branch lost to LCP, Lake County Perry, 21-0. There was a Ryan Day sighting in Columbus as RJ Day led out St. Francis de Sales against the Massillon Tigers, and the Tigers took care of business 48-14. There was probably the game of the year in Menor last night. I was there with Clint Scroggs and Brian Beatty. We had the call on Q92. It was Menor 25, McKinley 24. McKinley took a late lead. Under 2 minutes to go. Menor went down the field less than 2 minutes with their stud quarterback. They were missing their all-star running back, but Brogan Jones took Menor down the field in less than 2 minutes. They were facing a fourth down in the season. McKinley needed one stop, and they would have moved on and knocked off number 2 Menor. But Menor on fourth down was able to throw a touchdown pass. They called a timeout, fooled everybody in the stadium because we thought we were going to overtime, and that's not what happened. They called a timeout. They came back out. They ran a 2-point conversion, and they got it. They destroyed the McKinley Bulldogs' hearts. But I will say, I want to give a shout-out to Renzi Parnell and what he's doing over there at Canton McKinley. And I think he nailed it after the game last night when he said the seniors set the tone and revamped the culture for the McKinley Bulldogs, because what I saw last night is something that I haven't seen in a long time for the McKinley Bulldogs. It not only just a tight game, but how much they cared and they poured everything out. They left it all on the field last night. There was definitely some tears in the locker room, and that's not something that you want to do. But moving forward, the McKinley football program seems to be in good hands under Coach Renzi Parnell. We are about to kick things off here at Mount Union Caras Stadium. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll bring Sam Berkwin back into the broadcast booth after the break, and we'll kick off the second half right here, Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy, all in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.
Montfort Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonfort Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonforts can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonfort Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonfort Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonfort Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Second half underway. Ashby with the kickoff return. He brings it just short of the 40-yard line, and that's where Mount Union will set up shop. 1st and 10. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you at Cara Stadium on an overcast, windy day. 62 degrees, your game time temperature. We're still there. 27-7 Raiders. 1st and 10, Mount at their own 40-yard line. Mikey gives it off to Darnell. Darnell to the 44. Williams will crash his way to the 45-yard line where he is taken down by Connor Gurney, the linebacker for Muskingum. He has been very, very active on defense today. A couple of solo tackles, a couple of assists in the first half, a pickup of 5 for Williams. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Raiders at their own 45-yard line. Purple Raiders 9-0, looking for a perfect 10-0 slate. Muskies came in 4-5, 3-4 in the OAC. Play action, throw to the right side. Cockrell catches it, tiptoes out of bounds, and gets the first down at the 50-yard line. Pickup of 5, that's just enough to move the chains for the Purple Raiders, 1st and 10.
They evened it out in the first half, 109 yards on the ground, 123 yards through the air. That's what you want to do.
27-7 Mount Union, just getting rolling here in the third quarter. Can you imagine if the temperature today was like 20 or 25 degrees cooler with this wind? Right now, you can sit out in this wind, it doesn't bother you. Mikey Maloney's got all afternoon to throw the ball. Finally lets it go. Caught by Grant at the 30 to the 25, and Davion Grant will slip and slide to the 23 and a first down. 27 yards on the pickup. Mikey Maloney to Davion Grant. I'll tell you what, those two have got some really good chemistry cooking here the last couple of weeks.
I stole the words right out of my mouth. They're coming along really, really nicely. The last 2 games of the regular season, which is huge because you want to get hot before the playoffs.
Raiders going to go Grant right and Turner to the slot. Skies darken a little bit more here at the stadium, but no rain today. Here's Darnell Williams over the left side, 30-25. Darnell goes out of bounds around the 21 as he is shoved out over here on the near side. Malachi Stromile, the defensive back out of Weirton, West Virginia, pushed Williams out of bounds. It's going to set up a 2nd and 6 now for the Raiders. 12:44, third quarter, about 27. And Muskingum 7. We'll check on some of the other OAC scores here in a couple of minutes. Let's also try to see what Wheaton and Grove City are up to today. Give to Darnell the 26, 25, 20. Inside the 19, Williams to the 18, first down, Mount Union.
Mikey handed that ball off and had to lay a block in the backfield. He had a defender in the back. And, you mentioned it. If it was 25 degrees,
it would be miserable
cooler,
sitting out there.
But with it being 62 and the wind, it almost feels like spring outside.
I mean, people were sitting out here. They got light jackets. Some are just got like a flannel. So a lot of folks over here are wearing Muskingum football jerseys. And there's a pass to Grant. Davion inside the 10, breaks that tackle with a 5, and he took him out of bounds at the 4. Davion Grant is catching just about everything that is thrown his way. He's going to pick up about 9 3/4 there. He's going to be 2nd down and about an inch. We'll call it 2nd and 1 now as they move the ball back just a little bit. 11:40, third quarter. Purple Raiders up by 20 here at home. Looking to finish up 10-0. Again, the selection show will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Division III college football. We'll see what the brackets reveal. Maloney, play action. Mikey looking left, looking left, looking left. Now he's going to run. Mikey 10, Mikey 5. He's to the 2. Got it to the goal line and in. Touchdown. Mikey Maloney, touchdown. Mount Union Purple Raiders. 11:22 to go, third quarter. The machine opens it up now, 33-7 over Muskingum.
He'll beat you with his arm. He will kill you with his legs. A lot of the times, these quarterbacks have man-to-man coverage, and when you have a guy like Mikey Maloney, if he sees that, and I don't even think they were in man on that play, but a lot of the times you go into man-to-man and you can just, the back's against the quarterback and you can run forever.
Maurich on for the extra point into the wind. Snap spot, kick is up, and it's good. 11:22 in the third. We'll keep it here. Mount Union now on top by 27 at 34-7. We mentioned Mount Union picked up their 36th overall and 9th consecutive OAC championship with that win over Marietta a week ago. Remember the last time the Muskies played Mount Union here, it was 74-7. That was back in 2023. Of course, they had the road trip there last year and back home this year. Muskingum, a winner last weekend over Capital in a low-scoring game. It was 7-3. They got the game. How about this game-winning touchdown drive for the Muskies last week? 14 plays, 99 yards. And Garrett Gurney got them all the way down, and they popped one in, and they won the ball game 7-3 to give them their fourth win of the season.
This has happened every kickoff.
Every kickoff, the ball has blown off the tee. I'm surprised the officials don't make somebody hold it now after the first time that it goes off the tee. Because, I mean, odds are it's going to happen again. Coast is looking at the ball saying, if you move one more time, I'm going to kick you, which is what he's going to do anyhow. There's the approach and the boot into the wind. He kicked that one pretty good. Return from the 8-yard line, circling back across the 10 to the 15, outside of the 20, to the 25, to the 27-yard line. Malik Pegram on the return. Mount Union says they've got the ball, but the officials say, no, you don't. Wow, Texas A&M and South Carolina, 30-30. Now they got a PAT coming, right?
They sure do, Sam.
Wow, that was a 30-3 ball game.
Yes, it was. Not long ago, within an hour of real time.
Wow. A lot of people think this Texas A&M team is the real deal. Coach Mike Elko doing a phenomenal job with the Aggies. 1st and 10 Muskies. They're down by 27 to Mount in the third quarter, 11:14 to go. Garrett Gurney throws it in the flat. Ball was tipped, caught by Wiley, and he's going to be taken down at the 20-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Caleb Renard for the Purple Raiders, number 33. Nice move. I'll tell you what, Wiley caught that ball, and he went down awkwardly. But he got up, and he's back in the backfield and ready to go. 10:48 to go, third quarter, 34-7 Mount Union. Purple Raiders looking much better today. Gurney throws it left side, caught. Gore got it at the 26 for a gain of 5. That'll bring up third down and 10. Speaking of Mikey Maloney earlier, he has multiple touchdowns in all 9 games this season, including 3 straight with 3 passing touchdowns. And he's got 3 more years, and Costa almost had a pick. And then Renard was sweeping in and almost got the deflection interception. But the ball hit the turf incomplete. And Muskingum will bring in the punt team with 10:16 to go in the third quarter. Costa may have had a ticket for 6 if he gets that interception. You can see now Muskingum now is just the dejection has finally kind of set in.
Yeah, and good job for Mount Union because we've been asking for this. It didn't really look very good the first possession of the game, but they give up the touchdown and
Luis Garcia with the punt, a knuckleball. Ashby catches it and hangs on at the 35. Boy, that wind. Boy, good luck trying to catch punts in a day like today. It's difficult enough as it is. Then you get the wind in there. 10-10 third quarter. Mount takes over, up 34-7. I also wonder on a day like today, as this one, more or less has been put to bed, you probably expect to have a week off next week. How long will Coach Dart go with the starters today and give his guys almost like a full 2-week heal up for the playoffs? But you don't want to get stale and have too much downtime. You want to guard against injury. I know guys are nursing bumps and bruises. Sean Thomas, one of them. That's why he's just not going to play today. They want to get him ready for the playoffs. And you wonder how long Coach Dart and the staff will go with the number ones today. Second down and 8 Raiders from their 37, going right to left. Turner in motion. Mikey Maloney will fake it. He'll throw it. Turner's got it 40. Nicky out of bounds at the 37-yard line. I'm sorry, 43-yard line. Turner went out of bounds. That'll set up a third down and around 2 for the Purple Raiders with 9:20 to go. Clock running here in the third quarter. Sometimes you almost it's a feel thing for a staff. How long do you go with your number ones, knowing that, he may play them longer today, knowing that it's going to be 2 weeks before they get back on the field for meaningful minutes. Maloney gives it to Minner got it 45-50. He's to the 45 to the 44-yard line. Caden Minner spinning and twisting and running and picks up the first down.
it's a backward spin. He had his back towards the end zone essentially, and just spun backwards. That got me out of my seat, Sam.
It did. Caden Minner, just a sophomore out of New Madrid, Maryland. If all goes well, he'll be back in a Raider uniform for 2 more years. Mikey's going to go back to throw. He's got all day. Fires it short over the middle for Minner. Incomplete. On the coverage, the middle linebacker for the Muskies, Martavius Johnson out of Springfield, Tennessee. And that'll bring up a second down to 10. The clock will stop with 8:20 to go here in the third quarter.
I want to see a replay. Here it is. I think Martavius got his hand on the ball. I don't think it was a dropped pass. I think it was deflected. Can't really tell right there on the replay, but that's what I'm going to go with.
So Mount Union 2nd and 10 at the Muskie 44 as they go right to left into the wind. They're at Cara Stadium on an overcast Saturday, but 63 degrees right now. Minner gets the carry. He'll be wrestled down at the 42, so only a gain of 2 yards on the play for Caden. Cameron Barnhouse, the linebacker out of Norwich, Ohio, with the tackle for the Muskies as we crack the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter.
At the 42-yard line.
Purple Raiders looking for their 14th national championship this season. Going to have to work hard to get there and work even harder to get it. Ashby in motion. They'll rush 3. Maloney's got time if he finds somebody. He does. Nicky Turner got free. 10-5 end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. 42 yards. Nick Turner reels it in from Mikey Maloney. It's 40-7, Mount Union.
And who do you think you are, Sam, the Purple Raider whisperer? You just basically spoke that into existence. I want to see Nick Turner today. How about 50-plus?
How about that? So it's a 40-7 lead, Raiders, with 7:29 to go. Maurich again on for the PAT to make it 41-7. Mike Franklin to hold As this dynamic duo, the punter place kicker, been doing their thing all season long. That extra point is up and good. And with 7:29 to go in the third, it's now Mount Union 41 and Muskingum 7.
Is getting ready to tip it off at the Williamsburg tip-off tournament.
Mount Union men's basketball team, as I could hear our PA guy, Dan Buckle, down there. I was getting ready to mention that. They're in Waynesburg today. You know, a little bit of a tip-off basketball tournament. Coach Mike Feuline of the Purple Raiders, they picked up a win last night, 76-40 over Muhlenberg. And they'll try to win that tournament title later on today. Mount's going to have another exciting men's basketball season. We will be with them all year long here on 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. We'll be posting our broadcast schedule coming up here in a couple of days, as we'll be bringing you action from the MAC as we follow the Purple Raiders on the hardwood. 2025-2026. They're going to have a good year. I guarantee you that. Rafferty with a kickoff. I don't know if he mishit that or what, but he kicked it down to the 25-yard line. And the return man for Muskingum was so anxious to scoop that up, he forgot to get the ball twice. And eventually he said, just lay down on it, and Muskingum will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
That's what McKinley wanted to have happen last night.
Well, if only.
I'll tell you what, Sam, I'm still heartbroken. I can only imagine being a part of the team and the community.
First and 10 for the Muskies at their 26-yard line. Gurney's going to keep it himself, and he'll rumble out to the 31-yard line. So Gurney with the carry. Ricky Levac on the tackle for Mount Union. .705, third quarter. Purple Raiders up by 34 big ones here as Mount Union's mascot McCaw is out in the crowd getting some photographs taken with some fans over here today. There's another big-time tackle by Bernard back at the 25-yard line as Wiley was taken down. Riley Woody, nowhere to go.
If you will, Sam, allow me to correct myself. It's actually Ricky Levac who has the most interceptions on the team for Mount Union. Earlier on in the broadcast, I said it was Jason Anderson. It's Ricky Levac.
Third down and 7. Gurney fires it. Almost picked by Costa, but he couldn't quite grab it as it hit the turf. Oh, that would have been an interception for the ages. Wow! Costa Trasavulu almost with an incredible INT, but it hit the turf. Incomplete, but boy, was it fun to watch.
So it starts off.
Look at that.
It starts off. Picture Odell Beckham Jr., the famous OBJ catch. Picture that. He goes up, tips it. He's got to maneuver his body around to try to make a diving catch after tipping it. That would have been Sports Center top 10.
I wish you could. Oh, there's a terrible snap, and it bounces right into the hands of the punter, Garcia, and he hammers it down inside the 30-yard line. Now it'll check up, and they'll down it at the Mount Union 32. That snap bounced 2 yards in front of the punter, Garcia. But he kept his eyes on it and booted it out of there, and Mount will take over 1st and 10. You should have seen the replay. I know you saw it, but I wish the fans could have seen it because of the ground angle shot that they gave. You could see the entire Mount Union sideline going, as he almost got that interception. They were ready to explode on the sidelines for Costa.
Got me out of my seat. I have a cramp. I developed a cramp. I'm trying to get it out.
Hey, you got plenty of liquids up there. Mikey Maloney back to throw. Turner caught it, got hammered, and he comes up with the ball, and it's a completed pass at the 48-yard line. First down. Attaboy, Nick Turner.
You know what I love the most?
Look at this shot he just takes.
He got rocked and immediately popped right off the turf.
So Nick Turner out of Dallas, Texas, Strongsville High School in Big D, with the big catch and a first down, Mount Union. Wyatt Steele in motion. They'll give it to Darnell Williams, 50-45. Darnell, boy, be careful with that kind of a tackle. Williams goes down at the 41-yard line. He was kind of hog-tied. A big gain of around 8. We'll call it second down and 2. 5:15 third quarter. Purple Raiders 41, Muskingum 7. Raiders on their way to a 10-0 perfect season again here. It's almost become the expectation. Darnell gets it again, 40. Spins his way out of a tackle inside the 35 to the Muskie 34 for a gain of 7, and another Mount Union first down.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll be honest. I didn't sign up to do this job to go 9-1. It was 10-0 or bust for me, Sam. I'm giving up weekends with my family for this.
Now, hopefully you'll have to give up 4 more.
There you go.
And hopefully we will be close to home base.
Oh,
I'm getting a little nervous now about that, but
I've already promised the kids tickets to the Stag Bowl, Sam. We're all in.
They're going to be in the Ryan Bevere suite at
Sure.
Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium.
Absolutely.
Kids, all the Gatorade you can handle.
Yes.
That would be fun. I can't lie. I've been thinking about that since the season started. That's the possibility of calling a Mount Union National Championship game here in our own backyard. I think that would be that's definitely a bucket list.
So you've never done Mount Union in Canton?
Nope.
Because they played in Canton before.
I've called 4 national championship games, but I've never called one in Canton for the Purple Raiders. Been in Maryland, been in Texas.
Don't mention the Maryland one.
Been all over the place.
No, that blocked the Maryland one out.
Virginia, you name it. First down, Mikey Maloney back to throw, looks. Now he's going to run. 35. Mikey spins to through it. He got decked at the 27-yard line. He gets right back up. Well, there's some hard hitting going on out there, I'll tell you.
They look really good. I'm impressed, and I'm liking what I'm seeing in Week 10, right before the playoffs start. They are ready to go. I like that they're getting hit, and they're coming right back off the turf.
Tell you what else has been nice today. I don't want to be the bad luck, but there has hardly been any penalty flags today at all.
Yep. It was
like 2 maybe? 2
penalties in the first half, and I don't think they've had one since.
Well, Maloney back to throw. Looks, going deep for Cockrell, incomplete at the 15-yard line. That's really good pass coverage by Jaquez Marcellus, the junior defensive back for Muskingum. That'll bring up third down 13. 41-7 Purple Raiders, 4:26 to go third quarter. Thanks for hanging out with us here on this Saturday afternoon. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, 1310 WDPN as we stream at Q92radiosports.com. We're also live audio on our Facebook page, Twitter page, and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel. So if you know some folks that are on the computer, their tablet, the phone, they can crank up the Purple Raiders right now. Steele in motion to the right, third down and 3 Mount Union. Maloney gives to Darnell, reaching for the 35. He won't get there, so they'll be short of the first down. They're going to need about 2 on this fourth down play. A&M over South Carolina, 31-30 now with 10 minutes to go. Let's see here. Wow. Northwestern 22, Michigan 21 in the fourth quarter at Wrigley Field. Youngstown State beat Indiana State today 48-29. YSU 7-4. They'll make the playoffs next week if they win at Northern Iowa next Saturday. Mikey Maloney, play action. Mikey runs hard. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. Mikey Maloney, Mount Union Purple Raiders. 26 yards on the scamper. And it's 47-7 Mount Union. Holy smokes, can he take off with the football? The only thing I didn't like there is Darnell Williams got up very gingerly, and he is slowly jogging off to the sideline for Mount Union.
Well, that might be a sign that
I think I may say, Darnell, that's enough for today.
Well, maybe not just Darnell, but everybody.
Yeah.
Because you're up 48-7 after this PAT.
Bowridge for the extra point, puts it between the pipes, and with 3:38 to go in the third quarter, it's Mount Union 48 and Muskingum 7. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Purple Raider football right here on 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
All right, welcome back to Cara Stadium. This is more like it. Mount Union 48, Muskingum 7, 3:38 to go. In the third quarter of play, boy, Mikey Maloney, Darnell Williams, Davion Grant have all had fantastic games today for Mount. Of course, the defense has only given up 7. That was on the first drive of the afternoon today. Rafferty with the kick into the wind. Look at that knuckleball bounce. It'll skip to the 15, picked up across the 20, 25, and down at the 30-yard line.
You know, I haven't heard any banging on the bleachers.
No, I think that's over with for today. Samir Del Rio with the return, the freshman out of Crown Point, Indiana, Boone Grove High School. Return for the Muskies. They'll take over 1st and 10. And we had a little bit of a raucous bunch today from the Muskies when they had that 7-0 lead, and they were jiggling the cowbell and hammering the umbrellas on the bleachers, but it's very quiet now.
Sounded like a Browns game.
Hey, $6 tickets for the Ravens game on Sunday.
You want to go?
No. No.
Yeah, I can't go either tomorrow, Sam. I scheduled a pottery class at 1:30.
Slant caught at the 30s. Hey, look what's coming out over there, Mr. Bevere.
So I told you.
The sunshine is going to make an appearance here at Mount Union today. First time we've seen it all day.
Been trying to tell you.
Grant Wright, the tight end out of Talkington, Texas, picked up that his first catch of the afternoon. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Muskies at their 38-yard line. If you're just tuning in, hang out with us here for a little bit. Mount Union leads Muskingum 48-7. Here, game number 10 of the regular season. The Mount Union Purple Raiders are going to get out of here unscathed at 10-0 here before the afternoon is done. Smith tried to catch that ball at the 40-yard line, incomplete. Jason Anderson out of Bookdole on the coverage, the freshman from Mount Union. Another punt for the Muskies coming up, 4th and 3 at their own 38-yard line. I honestly, I don't think I'll even watch the game Sunday. I don't think I'll even turn it on. We'll see. Wow, look at that punt. Holy smokes. Look out, Mason. Ashby goes back and gets that at the 10. Mason got a block at the 15 to the 20. Ashby to the 30. Mason, Ashby to the 34-yard line. 25-yard return on the punt. Purple Raiders will take over 1st and 10 with 2:19 to go in the third quarter. They're in front, 48-7.
You want another glass half full situation?
Sure.
Mason Ashby hasn't returned a touchdown, a punt for a touchdown, or a kick for a touchdown yet this regular season. That means the first one's going to come in the playoffs.
It might. Maybe at a big time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, he's a big time, big game player.
He's played at Benson before.
Did it at North Canton Hoover, and he had a nice little highlight reel to show the Mount coaches. There's a handoff to Minner. Caden shoved his offensive lineman right out of the way and juked his way out to the 36 for a gain of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. Jason Nett, the freshman out of Wintersville, Ohio, made the tackle for the Muskies.
Mason put together quite the tape across all the sports.
Oh, he is a tremendous athlete. The Ashby family, that is just athletes. Dad Brian, who's the head baseball coach at Hoover, of course, Mason,
Connor.
I mean, they're just, what a great family. There's Minner trying to shake and bake, and Minner's going to be taken down at the 35-yard line for a loss of a yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
I still think Connor should be in the Rockies organization with Longwell.
All right. Well, I was talking to Aiden Longwell's dad a couple of days ago. I said, you know, Paul DePodesta's coming to Colorado. You got to get Aiden out of there. you got to get him to get picked up by another major league team. I say that in jest because any way you can get to the bigs, you stay with that organization. But I'd love to see Aiden Longwell in the Guardians organization. I'll tell you that right now. There's a slant, deep slant, caught by Grant at the 48-yard line. That's a 13-yard pitch and catch and a 1st down for Mount Union. Tell me if you've heard this before. Maloney to Grant in a 1st down.
Yeah. A couple of times in the last 2 weeks. Can't wait to talk to him after the game.
People asking me, did you go down and get your Dr. Pepper out of the freezer? Yes, I did. It was okay, but the water was ready to, it was like as hard as a rock. But it's starting to get back to room temperature a little bit as the clock has run out here in the 3rd quarter at Larry Cara Stadium at Mount Union. It's been all purple today. Mount Union 48, Muskingum 7. We'll take a break and come back with the 4th quarter after this on 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere back here at windy Cara Stadium, 48-7 Mount Union as we get ready to go in the 4th quarter play on 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. Purple Raiders still with the number 1s in there, and there's a handoff to midfield, and Minner takes it for a couple of yards. Bring up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. We're just underway here in the 4th quarter.
2nd down and 9 at the 49.
Don't forget to join me Monday for the Sam Berkwin Show, 3 p.m. here on AM 1310 WDPN. We'll be broadcasting from the Crassus Event Center. Get you ready later on that night for the 2025 high school basketball Stark County preview. We'll talk to you at 3 on Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 until 6, 1310 WDPN. There's a delay, handoff to Minner, 50, twisting his way to the Muskingum 45-yard line on a gain of 4. Caden Minner on the carry. And remember, Caden Minner has been rotating with Darnell Williams here the last several weeks. Sean Thomas, they're just kind of going week by week with him to make sure he is as healthy as he can be for the playoff run for Mount Union. I know a couple of guys are sure they're bumped and bruised after 10 games. It'd probably be a good bye week for them. Although, boy, the way they're playing today, you almost like them to see them just keep playing next week. There's a handoff to Minner again, and it took 4 Muskies to bring him down at the 44 after a gain of 1. So that'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Purple Raiders at the Muskie 44-yard line.
It is 4th and 2.
After the third quarter, Mikey Maloney, 14 of 21, 242, 3 touchdowns today.
Mike Franklin goes into
How about Davion Grant? 6 catches, 137 yards, and a tutty. Darnell Williams, 17 carries, 82 yards on the ground. Look at this. Maurich is going to attempt a 61-yard field goal with the wind at his back. Bevere with the video camera rolling. Michael Franklin will put it down from 61. The kick is on the way. It's going to be short. Oh, they gave him a shot. You know what? I think he kind of mishit it. Because if he gets this up in the wind, that baby would have made it. But he just got under it a little, and it bounced right at the stanchion of the goalpost and came up a little bit short. So 12:40 to go in the ball game. Mount Union 48-7. Hey, you know what? Hats off to the coach, Jeff Dart, for letting his guy go out there and try one with the wind at his back. Why not?
I think that only gave him confidence moving forward.
I think so.
Because he came so close from drilling that from midfield.
That would have been good for 61. That would have been 10 yards over his career high, which is 51. There's Gurney taken down at the 47-yard line by Weston Arthur. After a gain of 4, we'll call it 2nd down and 6. I can't believe it. I was like, whoa, they're kicking a field goal. I was over here looking at some game notes, and I look up and I see Franklin kneeling down at the 49-yard line.
I love the call. I love it.
Almost. Gurney back to throw on a 2nd down. He's taken down. Guess who? Keenan Cruz with the sack. Another TFL for the Raider defense, and Gurney goes down back at the Muskingum 40-yard line.
Defensive line wrecking the game like they have been all season. And it's so many different players. It's Cruz, it's Brown, it's Bowden.
2 minutes to go at Wrigley Field. Northwestern 22, Michigan 21. Wow. Here comes Caleb Brown. Almost got a sack. Wiley caught the screen to the 45 to the 50. Wiley is going to be taken down just short of the first down at the Mount Union 47-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th and 1, and the Muskies will run up to the line, and they'll go for it with 11:28 left to go in the game. Mount Union in front, 48-7 here at Cara Stadium. Wiley in motion to the right, Gurney to throw. There's a blitz. He's in trouble, and they got him. Parker Logan with the sack back at the 47-yard line. Boy, Tillman, Logan, Cruz putting the heat on, and the Muskingum offensive line is having a rough day today. Mount Union with another sack, and the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 with a 48-7 lead.
That might be it for the ones that looked like an emphatic way to put them out.
I would think that would be it. I would think you go with your backups here the rest of the way. Who's up in the booth over there? I can't.
You know what? That looks like someone from the 85 squad.
Yeah, I just don't know who it is.
The team that started it all.
Yeah.
Chase Copper.
So Chase Copper is in at quarterback now for Mount Union.
And running back is Lucas Weaver.
Oh, my man Lucas Weaver out of Walsh Jesuit in there now. He's going to get the carry. Look at this guy go. 45, Lucas to the 40, and they throw him forward.
Taken down on that play.
I don't know if that's a good idea. They made a tackle, Muskingum did, but they threw Weaver forward. He picked up an extra 2 yards on being tossed. We got an injured Muskie down here, number 95. That is Nathan Thomas out of Orange City, Florida, the sophomore. He's kind of just curdled up in pain down here at the 43-yard line. So that'll stop the clock with 11:02 to go in the game. Mount Union leads at 48-7. But Lucas Weaver, out of Walsh Jesuit, freshman. And again, here's a young man. Thomas is okay as he comes off the field. Lucas Weaver is one of these guys. You know, he's not the biggest, not the fastest.
Nathan Thomas.
But he can run. He knows how to run off his blocks. He's got that timing. He's got that just what you're looking for. Purple Raiders are in good shape as far as their stable of running backs moving over the next couple of years.
Three-headed monster going into the playoffs.
So Weaver, the tailback. Double H back to the right. Lucas gets the carry, and Weaver will spin his way to the Muskie 35-yard line to pick up another Mount Union first down. 10:40 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere on your Saturday afternoon on WDPN and Q92radiosports.com, the home of the Mount Union Purple Raiders. 5 o'clock tomorrow, the NCAA Division III College Football Selection Show. We'll see where the Purple Raiders are on the brackets for the playoffs, and we'll be talking about that, of course, on Monday afternoon at 3 on the show, 1310 WDPN. Hope you'll be with me on Monday. There's Weaver, goes inside nothing, pops outside nothing. Lucas will be taken down at the 35-yard line. Coming up on 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Stick around, post-game show coming up at the conclusion of today's game. We'll have stats, highlights, and more. Plus, check us out after the game on our social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X. We'll have some interviews with the coach and players, some photos, and a whole lot more coming up after the game on all of your favorite social media platforms. So make sure you check that out later on today. Northwestern still leads Michigan 22-21 in the fourth quarter. Copper's going to go back to throw. Chase is looking, gets a block, runs out of bounds at the Muskie 29-yard line. That was a nice little scramble by Chase Copper out of Orlando, Florida. A&M wins 31-30 over South Carolina. That is a final score. Wow. South Carolina's got to be sick. Blew a 27-point lead. LSU leads Arkansas 23-22, 8 minutes to go. Arizona State 22, West Virginia 10 in the fourth. Notre Dame beat Pitt 37-15 today. Arizona beats Cincinnati 30-24. Here comes Lucas Weaver. He'll get to the 30 and taken down at the 30. That'll set up a fourth down. What do you say we bring Marich out here and let him try another field goal? What do you say, Coach? There we go. Here comes the kickoff.
I don't see why not.
Here comes the field goal unit, and let's give it another shot. Michael Franklin taps hands with his place kicker, and this will be a little closer. 47 yards on the left hash. Purple Raiders trying to add to their 48-7 lead. Franklin will put it down at the 37-yard line. Wind at the back of the Mount Union kicker. There's the snap. There's the spot. There's the kick by Malrich. It's got plenty of juice. It's up. It's good from 47 yards. And the Purple Raiders tack on 3 more with 8:03 left to go in the game. It's now Mount Union 51 and Muskingum 7. Practice, repetition, practice, repetition.
And I think
Love it.
I think this is the best full, complete game they've put together all season long. And it is beautiful that it happens in week 10, right before you go into the playoffs. It's exactly what they needed. They dominated all 3 phases of the ball: offense, defense, special teams. Really nothing to sit and complain about outside of giving up the opening drive touchdown. But that's the easiest touchdown to score in the game is the opening drive. So there you go. Hats off to Mount.
8:03 to go in the game, 51-7. Mount Union with a 44-point lead at home. They will get ready for the bye week next week and then the playoffs. And we'll be back here 2 weeks from today. Don't forget the playoff games if Mount will host, and hopefully they will. They certainly deserve to. Those games, don't forget, they start at 12 noon once we get into the postseason as opposed to the 1:30 kickoffs. And I believe we got a new kicker out there. That is Brock Huggins, the young man out of Perry High School. Our kickers are getting a shot to shine today. Brock gets his foot into it, high and deep, and 5 yards deep to the end zone. Well, if you're a kicker on a day like today, you appreciate that wind. And it's almost like it's a failure if you don't get those kickoffs into the end zone with that wind on a day like today. So Brock Kicks that one into the end zone, and the Muskies will go 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line, down 44 with 8:03 left to go. Oh, here comes Gurney again. He's going to come out for another series. Garrett Gurney, the senior quarterback for Muskie. You know what? It's the 10th game. Why not?
Last game.
Senior, let him play. Probably the last time he'll put the football uniform on, so let the young man go out there and play. There's a handoff to the tailback, Riley Woody. He'll scamper across the 25 out to the 27-yard line for a gain of 2. Let's see here. Who was that young man for the Purple Raiders? That looked like Mitchell Kelly, the junior, out of Buffalo on the tackle for the Purple Raiders. Mount's got all their number 2s in right now with this 51-7 lead with 7:38 to go in the game. Gurney, little quarterback keeper, if you will. He'll be slinged down at the Muskingum 33-yard line after a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Postgame coming up at the conclusion of today's game, so stick around on 1310 WDPN. Michigan at the Northwestern 28-yard line with 56 seconds to go, so all they need is a field goal. Northwestern leads the Wolverines 22-21 at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Gurney gives it off to Riley Woody, and he is taken down at the 33-yard line. Nice tackle, Purple Raiders. Cale Eddy, number 38 from Tip City, Tippecanoe on the tackle for Mount Union. And the Muskies with a 4th down and 3. And it looks like they'll bring in the punt team, and now's the time for Mason Ashby. He'll go back to receive the punt at the Mount Union 35-yard line. Again, wind into the face of the Muskie punter, Grant Wright, who should hit this at about his 19-yard line.
Garcia in punt formation.
There we go. There's the boot. High, and Ashby's got a call for the fair catch at the Mount Union 41, 1st and 10 Raiders with 6:15 to go. Mount leads at 51-7 if you're just joining us here on this Saturday. Good to be with you. Shout out to Raider Nation listening all over the world today on WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. What are we going to do next Saturday? And no game.
Chuck E. Cheese. Skate park.
I wonder what the weather will be like next Saturday. You never know, because we're getting a couple of weeks away from Thanksgiving and usually start to turn a little colder with a little precipitation here in Northeast Ohio. There's Lucas Weaver coming around the right side. Lucas to the 40. He'll put his head down and pick up a couple of yards out to the Mount Union 43-yard line with 6:08 to go. Well, this will be the 10th consecutive year. Yours truly will not be able to watch the Ohio State-Michigan game. I wish the bye lined up for Mount on Ohio State-Michigan Saturday, but it's a week earlier, so I'll have to settle for Ohio State-Rutgers next Saturday.
What we need is D3 to go with 2 byes, like Division I.
Well, they
extend it 1 week.
They do have 2 byes, actually.
Oh.
They have one at the beginning and one at the end before the national championship game. But
how about 2 regular season byes? We'll push the playoffs back 1 week.
Well, Division I college football national championship game now is darn near to the middle. Well, when is it? With the second year of the 12-team playoff, it goes to what? The second or third week in January? Super Bowl now goes almost the second week of February. Purple Raiders got away with an offsides there. Chase with the pass. Caught! First down, Raiders down at the Muskie 44-yard line. The tight end, Brendan Bell out of Chagrin Falls. The Kenston Bombers. Sophomore with a catch in a Mount Union first down.
Seems like every tight end on the roster getting into the action.
I'm telling you, I'm going to talk to Coach Dart about that on Thursday on the show. 3:35 coming up this Thursday on 1310 WDPN. I'm going to say, hey, is that game plan? How about the tight ends for you? Was that how things were supposed to go? And I'll say, thank you very much for getting Nikki Turner involved today, too. That was a little something I was looking for. Grant Anderson, another tight end from out of Naples, is in the game now. Chase will hand it off to Lucas Weaver. 45, Lucas 40, 39, 38-yard line for the young man from Walsh Jesuit before he is taken down. Stopped by Nathan Thomas, who was back in the game after he was injured a couple of plays ago. 3:40 clock runs here in the fourth quarter. 51-7, Mount Union here at Cara Stadium, and some of the folks have headed out. Most of the students have taken off for the day. Good to see the Mount Union Alumni Band back this afternoon playing with the marching band. Purple Raider basketball team going at it here in a little bit. Wish Coach Fuline and the Raiders all the best today over in Waynesburg. Chase fires it, caught at the 32-yard line. First down, Mount Union. Boy, Mikey Riley, the receiver, sophomore out of Holbrook, New York, with the catch, and another Mount Union first down with 3 minutes to go in the game. Two minutes, 44 seconds, clock running here in the fourth. Don't forget, we'll have one more stoppage. That'll be with the 2-minute timeout. Raiders up 51-7. And on this snap, they'll have a 1st and 10 at the Muskie 32-yard line. Trying to make eye contact with my man Jeff Shreve over there in the TV booth. There's Weaver inside the 30 down to the Muskie 27-yard line. 2:18 to go. I guarantee you he will look this way at some point. 2:10 to go. That might be the final play before the 2-minute timeout. 2:02, 2:01, and that will bring us to the official 2-minute timeout. Mount Union 51 and Muskingum 7. Ryan Bavera and myself will be back for the final 2 minutes after the break on 1310 WDPN.
Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310WDPN.com.
2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Welcome back to Cara Stadium. It's 51-7 Mount Union. The Purple Raiders 2nd and 5 now at the Muskie's 27-yard line. Mount on the right hash, 1st and 10. Chase Copper at quarterback, and Lucas Weaver will be the tailback as the Raiders look to play this thing out. Play action, slant, or out pattern caught. Riley caught that one at the 21-yard line. That is another Mount Union first down.
A first down for the Purple Raiders at the 21-yard line.
1:50 to go here in the ball game. 44-point lead for the Purple Raiders. Boy, the wind has not stopped all day long.
Sounds like it's thundering through my headset.
The weird thing of this is we were up in Lake County last night where it's a wind, like Lake County, Menor, all that stuff. It's a wind tunnel no matter where you go. No wind last night at all. Not even nothing. Purple Raiders are going to take a knee with 1:23 left to go. They'll have to do that 2 more times, and that'll be all she wrote. As the Purple Raiders will go to 10-0 and get ready for the brackets selection show tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Maybe one more knee will do it here. Chase Copper letting that play clock go all the way down. It's at 10. The game clock is at 49.
If he snaps it and takes 2 seconds off and then it takes
that'll
it,
be it.
It's over.
They won't have to do it again. Chase gets the snap, goes down right at 40. That's how they teach you to do it, and that will do it. The Raiders do not have to run another play. So the drama was all the way down to the end. And the Purple Raiders are going to win it by 44 here today. 51-7, and Mount will go to 10-0 on the season. The Muskies will have their season come to an end at 4-6. Final score here today at Kara Stadium at Mount Union. The Purple Raiders 51 and Muskingum 7. We'll come back with the postgame show right after this on 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Welcome back to Kara Stadium here at Mount Union. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com.
And one final thing before I let you go.
Purple Raiders win at 51-7. They finished the regular season 10-0. The Muskies dropped to 4-6. Muskingum, their entire team and their coaching staff down there about the 10-yard line being addressed by their head coach. Purple Raiders have already kind of headed back to their locker room. Stick around after a little while later on our social media platforms, WDPN, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We'll have an interview with head coach Jeff Dart and a couple of the players. Ryan's going to go down and get those, and those will be posted a little bit later on. So make sure you're checking us out there. Let's see here. Let's give a couple of team stats and some individuals, and we'll I think we have one more spot break, I believe, and we'll take that before we hit the road. First downs today, Mount Union had 25, and Muskingum had 10. Offense today, Purple Raiders ran, oh my goodness, they ran 72 plays for 500 yards. Muskingum 54 plays for 149 yards. Passing today, the Raiders threw for 263. The Muskies 148. Raiders ran for 237. Muskingum ran for 1 net yard today. Individual numbers for Mount: Mikey Maloney, 14-21, 242, and 3 touchdowns. Chase Copper in relief today, 3 of 3 for 21. Receiving, DeLeon Grant, 6 for 137 and a touchdown. Nicky Turner, 3 for 67 and a touchdown. On the ground, Darnell, 17 for 82 and a touchdown. Mikey Maloney ran for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns today. Caden Minner had 13 for 52. Lucas Weaver had 8 for 29. For the Muskies, passing today, Garrett Gurney, 17 of 26 for 148. Receiving, Christopher Gore, 7 for 46. Westbrick, 4 for 72 on the ground. Woody, 12 for 25. Gurney carried it 16 times for 40 yards. Penalties today, nary a few. 1 penalty on Muskingum today for 5 yards. Mount had 2 for 20. Possession, Mount had it for 38 minutes. The Muskies had it for 22. Third down conversions, Muskingum 3 of 14. The Raiders were 6 of 13. Fourth down conversions, Muskies 2 of 5. Mount 3 of 3. Final score, Mount Union 51 and Muskingum 7. We will take one final break and come back and wrap it up here at Mount Union on 1310 WDPN.
Get ready. Football's biggest moments are coming to Canton. Catch the Open Doors Bowl Series on November 22nd, the OHSAA State Football Championships December 4th through 6th, and the NCAA Division III Football National Championship, the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl, on January 4th. It's all happening in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Experience the tradition, the excitement, and the game day energy. All in Canton, Ohio. Plan your visit and get ticket details now at visitcanton.com.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Back here at Cara Stadium for the final time today, 2,056 in attendance as Mount Union finishes the regular season 10-0 with a 51-7 win over the Muskies. The Purple Raiders now will get set for the selection show tomorrow. NCAA Division III bracket release at 5 o'clock, and we'll be talking all about that on my show Monday, the Sam Berkwin Show on 1310 WDPN, beginning at 3 p.m. Mr. Bevere, your final thoughts before we wrap up the regular season today.
That's exactly what I was looking for today. In game number 10, you're going into the postseason. You have to have a fundamentally sound football game. You are Mount Union. You are going up against a team that's below 500. That's the expectation. How about, you already said it, but I just want to hit on this again. 500 yards for Mount Union. They held Muskingum to 1 rushing yard. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Going in, that Coach Dart said that they had a great week of practice. They should have a great 2 weeks of practice and execution going into the playoffs.
No doubt. Purple Raiders win it by the score of 51-7. Again, the Division III college football selection show tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's going to wrap it up here from Karis Stadium. Boy, we finished this baby up in a slick 2.5 hours today. Final score, Mount Union 51 and Muskingum 7. For my partner, Ryan Bevere, Ryan Rainsberg back at the studios, and most of all, thank you for listening, Raider Nation. Another perfect season here in Alliance. Mount Union does it again, and they finish the regular season 10-0. This is Sam Berkwin saying so long from Karis Stadium. Once again, your final, Mount Union 51 and Muskingum 7. You've been listening to Purple Raider Football on your home of the Purple Raiders, AM 1310 WDPN. Have a great weekend.